20-275, and it's a ordinance of the sale of retired police badges. And we're hopefully going to welcome in Chief Stroud. Are you with us?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little louder if you can.
Okay. What about this? I feel like I'm yelling, but can you hear
Okay,
me now?
well, it may be on our end, but we're okay. Go ahead.
All right. I appreciate you having us first, and thank you for the welcome. Yes, we're looking for the city council to approve the sale of retired police badges. In short, the current badges that we're wearing right now, we've had in service for 23 years. On the face of the badge is the O.H. Leak Police Department facade. When we move to the new police department on Westchester Drive, these badges will sort of become obsolete. So what we're asking the city council to do is allow us to sell the existing badge that we're wearing right now to our officers. The proceeds that we get from those sales, we will put back into the price of buying new badges, which we've made new badges. So we're looking to take that money, put it into the price of the new badges, and then we'll supplement the difference with our seized funds.
Okay. Is there any questions or comments? I think this is pretty straightforward. Anyone have?
Chief Stroud, Councilman Holmes. The new badges, have we made a decision on the name of the police station? Is it still going to bear O.H. Leak's name, or have we not made that decision yet?
As far as I know, that decision has not been made. We did make the determination to not put that on the face of our badge, though, because of that being an unknown right now.
Certainly. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Anything else? Seeing none, then I'm going to make the motion that this ordinance 275 for the sale of retired police badges be approved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second by Councilman Holmes. We'll go through the vote. Councilman Moore is an aye. Councilman Jones?
Aye.
Councilman Holmes?
Aye.
And Councilwoman Peters? Okay, we'll still have enough to pass it, and we're still trying to make that connection. Yeah, if y'all hear her jump on, let me know. The next item is 2020-276. It's a bookmobile donation for Growing High Point. I believe our speaker will be Mr. Eric Almedo.
Yes, sir. Growing High Point has requested that we donate our surplus bookmobile. This bookmobile that was in service for about 20 years and has been replaced by a new vehicle. We estimate that if we were to move forward and sell it at auction, that we would get for more than $6,000. This is allowed under federal statutes to donate to a nonprofit corporation. It did require a public notice that was advertised in the paper.
Any comments on this request?
No comments. Just I could barely hear Mr. Almedo. So I don't know if the audio or if he was close enough to the mic. I just want to make sure that everyone listening can hear him effectively.
Thanks for letting us know. I'll make sure Ryan and Jerron are trying to work on that and get us in the best position.
Is the lectern tied in? Okay. So we'll have the presenters.
Ryan, is there a physical spot that people speaking may need to move toward that would help? Or okay. Thank you, Councilman Holmes. Keep us as we go through the next speakers and let us know if it hopefully gets a little better. I'm going to make the motion that item 276 bookmobile donation be approved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second by Councilman Jones. The vote, Councilman Moore is aye. Councilman Jones?
Aye.
Councilman Holmes?
Aye.
Councilwoman Peters, are you with us? She's not there. That motion passes. The next item is 2020-277. It's a sole source contract concerning the East Side Water Treatment Plant. Speaker is going to be Mr. Terry Howe.
Good afternoon. Before I get started, I want to introduce somebody you don't normally see. Dawn Mueller, if you'd stand up. She is the plant superintendent who's overseeing this project. And so she's doing a great job.
Take your mask off for 1 second because I'm not going to recognize. Okay, now you can put it back on. There you go.
All right, this is a sole source request for East Side primary sludge pumps. It's 6-inch Penn Valley double disc pump. It's similar to the same pump. It's exact same pump that was approved last time by Sole Source last fiscal year. It's to replace begin a phased out replacement of the primary sludge pumps.
Hold 1 second. Right, that's a good time to stop. No, stay right there. Mr. Holmes, does that sound better?
Loud and clear.
Great.
It's begin the phase replacement of the primary sludge pumps. We already installed 2. This will be the 3rd one we'll install. Over the next couple of years, we'll replace them one at a time, and that'll give us more update to new pumps and also allow us to pump heavier solids. Public Services is requesting council to approve a sole source for $32,790,000 to Penn Valley Pump Company Incorporated.
Is it in the picture, is it that whole project there that we see with the white face and the brown face, or is it just one?
If you look at the picture, the round one,
Yeah,
that's the old pumps,
okay,
the peristaltic pumps. Basically, it's a big rubber hose in a glycol oil base.
right?
And to do replacement or repair is $8,000 a piece.
Oh, okay.
The next picture that you see is the new pump. And if we have to do a repair, it's only about $2,000.
That's a whole different configuration. Okay. Okay, any questions or comments of this request?
Motion to approve.
I will second the motion. There was a motion by Councilman Jones, seconded by Councilman Moore.
Everybody please continue at the walk.
I'm sorry?
I think Councilwoman Peters just joined.
Oh, yes, thank you. I was going to welcome her, but thank you very much. Can you hear us, Councilwoman Peters?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. Glad we got the technical difficulty out of the way. So welcome. We are on item 2020-277. It's the sole source contract for East Side Water Treatment Plant. Are you with us on that?
Yes.
Posting time.
All right. That was discussed. There's been a motion by Councilman Jones, and it was seconded by Councilman Moore. So we're in the process of calling the vote on this item. Councilman Moore is an aye. Councilman Jones?
Aye.
And Councilman Holmes?
Aye.
Councilwoman Peters?
Aye.
Thank you. That motion passes. Thank you, Terry. Next item is 2020-278. This item is a request of contract with James River Equipment. Okay, Gary Smith, are you with us?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go right ahead.
The landfill division, they have a Caterpillar 963D. It's a crawler loader that's in need of replacement, in our opinion, based on hours and overall condition. Over the past year, the maintenance costs have increased, and we believe this machine has reached the end of its useful life. The price that was quoted from John Deere, this is for a John Deere 755 crawler of $348,232 is for the loader, the manuals, operator training, and delivery. The landfill staff, they've spoken to other landfill operators, and they believe that this John Deere will serve their needs a little better than this Caterpillar has. And like I say, over the past year or so, it's really been a maintenance issue for those guys.
Okay. James River's out of Greensboro, so are we doing a servicing on these type of things, or do they come and do that?
The landfill, they have staff to provide service in-house, but James River is there in case they run into items that they're unable to take care of. So it's good that they have a local dealer that can provide service.
Right. Okay. Any comments or questions?
Budget.
Yeah.
Budget, where does this come from? Landfill fund.
No,
Did everybody hear that question?
Yes, it
Yes.
comes from the Fleet Services Replacement Fund. It all is budgeted in our fund.
This Councilman Jones, how long have we had the current team we've been using?
This one is 7 years old and has a little over 10,000 hours. So 10,000 hours is typically our point when we start looking at those. And this one it actually started some of the maintenance issues before that time. So we feel like this is a good time to sell it and not invest more into it.
And I couldn't hear if you did say or not, but the plans with the current one, is it to surplus or to keep its backup?
We would surplus it, and this recommendation would also include declaring the old one as surplus, and we would dispose of it through the online auction process.
How much do these typically get on an auction?
I looked online. Right now, they're bringing anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000. We haven't sold one of these in a while, so I looked online at Machinery Trader, who's a large auction company, and this looked like it was in the $50,000 to $60,000 range.
Okay, so we're looking at a net of 280, 290.
Correct.
Any further discussion? Then I'll make the motion that this item 2020-278, contract for James River Equipment John Deere crawler, be approved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second by Councilman Holmes. Councilman Moore is an aye. Councilman Holmes,
Aye.
Councilman Jones,
Aye.
and Councilwoman Peters.
Aye.
The next item, 2020-279, is a contract concerning Piedmont, with Piedmont Peterbilt, and it's a roll-off container truck, and I believe Gary Smith's going to speak again.
Yes, the landfill also has a 2009 model Sterling truck with a roll-off container system that is in need of replacement as well, based on its overall condition. The truck they are now using has a cable type system. This item's used daily for servicing containers there at the landfill, and they take it from the drop site out to the landfill, so it's used constantly. But it has a cable system that is just over the, like I say, it's 11 years old. It's worn, and they're having a lot of issues with it, with reliability. So the truck that we're proposing to purchase has a hook system, which is a lot more. It's a lot more reliable, and it's similar to hook type trucks that we're using in other parts of the city. So the street department has one, environmental services has one, so there would be backups throughout the city in the event this one was out of service, and they don't have that now. The price of $179,898 is for the truck and the hook lip system, training and delivery. We would also like to declare the old truck as surplus and dispose of it through the online auction as well.
Gary, it's Councilman Moore. I noticed that this one's out of Greensboro as well, the dealer is, which is, you know, if you know me, that's all fine and dandy. More local, the better. But I was curious as to how you shop around on things of this nature.
Well, I basically look at who can install. The biggest piece of this is the body itself, and the body would come out of South Carolina, and the chassis itself is on the North Carolina Sheriff's Association contract, and that's through the local dealer here. So I basically just look to see which truck will work with that body, and the Peterbilt truck is, I guess, best suited to accommodate that body. So that's how we kind of go through the process. I look to see which is the best match, and then I'll look to find the best contract price for that as well. And I looked at NJPA, Sourcewell, the sheriff's contract, state contract, and the sheriff's contract was actually the better of those three.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions? Then I'll entertain a motion on this one.
So move.
There's a motion, and is there a second?
Second.
Kind of hard to do remotely. I'm testing y'all. Good job, Councilman Holmes. There is a motion by Councilman Jones and a second by Councilman Holmes. Councilman Moore is an aye. Councilman Holmes?
Aye.
Councilman Jones?
Aye.
And Councilwoman Peters?
Aye.
Thank you. That motion passes. The last item I'm showing is 2020-280, is a contract about a Great All excavator. Gary Smith, go ahead.
Yes, the Stormwater Division, they currently have a 2008 model Great All type machine. This is used daily for ditch type work and removing storm debris. The one that they have now, it has also experienced some downtime in recent months due to an electrical issue. We've had two separate outside contractors look at this item, and just for whatever reason, one day it'll be fine, the next day it'll be down, and just it has been very unreliable for the department over the past 6 months. But it is used quite often for ditch maintenance and storm debris removal. During this time, before we committed to another machine like this, we looked at mini excavators and some other types of machines to see if there was a better alternative. And at the end of the day, they feel like that this type of machine, it is unique, as you can see from the picture, but it does a great job at what it's designed for. The state uses a lot of these, and it is a very useful piece of equipment to the division. The price is $346,754.72. This is an item that is on contract, but it, like I say, it seems to be the best alternative for the work that they're trying to perform.
Any questions? How many of these does the city run?
Only one. We had two at one time. We had a larger machine, and then we had this one, the 3100, which is smaller. The larger machine was not as user-friendly as this one is, so they opted to just go to this one machine, and like I say, it has served them well, but they did have two at one time. And we would also, I mentioned that we would like to declare the old one as surplus. I'm estimating that it will bring somewhere around 30 to 40,000.
Comments or discussion, questions? Seeing none, I'll make a motion that this item 2020-280 contract for the Great All excavator be approved.
Second.
There is a motion and a second by Councilwoman Peters. Councilman Moore is an aye. Councilman Jones?
Aye.
Councilman Holmes?
Aye.
And Councilwoman Peters.
Aye.
That motion passes. Is there anything else to come before finance meeting today? Seeing none, I adjourn the meeting and thank you all.
Thank you.